Breaking, breaking, breaking. The Nigerian judiciary is experiencing a massive earthquake, and the judge who sentenced Nnamdi Kanu to life imprisonment is now in serious trouble. Justice James Omotosho of the Federal High Court Abuja is currently under intense investigation by the National Judicial Council, and what happens next could completely change Nnamdi Kanu's fate. The whispers circulating for months have exploded into a full-blown national crisis. Drop a comment right now. Type "Free Kanu" if you believe this will lead to his release, or "Justice served" if the sentence should stand. Smash that like button. The National Judicial Council, the highest decision-making body for Nigeria's judiciary, has launched a sweeping investigation into Justice Omotosho's conduct. The new Chief Justice has promised ruthless cleanup, and Justice Omotosho might be the first major casualty. Now, let me tell you why he is in trouble. It goes back to the controversial judgment where he found Nnamdi Kanu guilty of terrorism charges and handed down devastating life imprisonment. But immediately after that judgment, top legal minds, civil society organizations, and human rights activists bombarded the NJC with detailed petitions. Here is the explosive allegation. Justice Omotosho allegedly used an abolished law to convict Kanu. Yes, a law that no longer exists. Petitioners argued that sending a man to prison for life based on a scrap statute is not an oversight. It is a gross miscarriage of justice embarrassing Nigeria's legal system on the global stage. But allegations do not stop there. The NJC is digging deep into unusual procedures that characterize the trial. Investigators are examining the judicial haste surrounding the sentencing. Legal experts point out that when Justice Omotosho rushed to deliver judgment, Kanu's legal team still had several critical appeals pending at Court of Appeal challenging the legality of charges and the controversial manner Kanu was brought back from Kenya. Furthermore, the NJC is questioning the dramatic events of Judgment Day. Remember, Nnamdi Kanu was forcibly escorted out by heavily armed security following a heated exchange with the judge. Then Justice Omotosho delivered maximum life sentence to Kanu in his absence. Delivering life imprisonment to a defendant not present in court has raised massive red flags concerning fundamental right to fair hearing. This forced NJC to officially summon Justice Omotosho to answer heavy queries. Now understand the potential consequences. If the NJC concludes Justice Omotosho engaged in judicial misconduct, overreach, or extreme bias, the punishments are swift and unforgiving. He could face immediate indefinite suspension, forced early retirement, or outright dismissal from Nigerian judiciary. His career could end. This is why tension at Federal High Court is palpable. Nobody wants association with a sinking ship. The Judicial Council made clear that the era of judges delivering questionable judgments and getting away under judicial immunity is completely over. But here is the most explosive aspect. What does this mean for Nnamdi Kanu himself? The fate of the IPOB leader is now directly linked to this NJC probe outcome. If Justice Omotosho is officially indicted and sanctioned for the judgment that imprisoned Kanu, it will trigger a massive legal earthquake. Kanu's legal team fighting at appellate court will be handed ultimate ammunition to demand immediate reversal of life sentence. They will argue that judgment delivered by sanctioned judge using abolished law is completely null void and of no legal effect. This could pave way for Kanu's immediate release, or at minimum force courts to strike out conviction and order completely fresh trial under different judge. The entire Southeast region is watching with bated breath, knowing the downfall of this judge could be the master key to Nnamdi Kanu's freedom. Now the critical question dividing Nigeria. Do you believe the NJC will have courage to sanction Justice Omotosho, knowing it leads to Kanu's potential release? Or will they protect the judge to keep Kanu locked for political reasons? Team NJC will act or Team NJC will protect? Drop your answer because this question splits Nigerian opinion. The coming weeks are absolutely critical as NJC concludes secret hearings. The nation waits to see if the heavy gavel of justice falls on the judge himself. Subscribe and turn on notifications because we bring every update the moment it breaks. This could be the biggest legal story of 2026. Share everywhere because every Nigerian needs to know what happens behind closed doors. Will Nnamdi Kanu walk free? We are watching live.